president of Sierra Leone. Here in this building 10 years ago, you said you would make sure that the Sierra Leone People's Party come back to power on one of our radio shows on Radio Unansi. Today you are here, you've achieved your dream and your objective. So how did you feel,
Well, it's a happy feeling because it has been a very difficult journey to get here. Remember, I've been here before, and to come back a second time, you have to go over so many hurdles. So within the party, it was tough, and of course, with 15 other political parties, it's been extremely tough. So it is quite a gratifying thing to know that you've won the election, and I'm very pleased about that, and I want to use this opportunity to thank all Sierra Leoneans, those who voted for me and those who didn't vote for me. It is my responsibility, and the task I have now is to make sure that those who didn't vote for me have a good reason to vote for me the next time. And again, I think it's also an opportunity for me to let everybody in this country know that I am not just for SLPP. I am for every Sierra Leonean, and no Sierra Leonean should feel threatened by my ascension to power. I am not going to discriminate. National cohesion is very much a part of my program. It is not only in my manifesto, it is something that I believe in, because I believe that to be able to make Sierra Leone a better place, no one region, no one person, no one ethnic group can do it. So I want to allay the fears of all Sierra Leoneans that I'm here for everybody. You should rest assured that I am not going to do anything against any political party or any individual or anybody from regions that are different from where I come from.
All right, His Excellency, you spoke about inclusion, and many people says implementing that, probably might be something very difficult. How would you do, part of your plan inclusions as well?
Everything you do at the national level is always a daunting task, because the problems that we have at the national level are never simplistic. When you have a challenge that is national, you have to get your heads around it, and that is what I am going to do. It is not going to be easy. People are not going to believe me at first, but when they will come to realize that I mean what I say, then we will be able to get to where we want to get to. And in terms of employment, in terms of entry into the military, the police, and other services, there has to be a standard criteria, and that is what we'll go by. I'm not going to do ethnic cleansing by making sure that, politicizing institutions, or making sure that only people from one ethnic group work in any particular institution. Those who are most qualified to provide the services that are demanded of that institution will be allowed to work there, because who want to move forward.
Could it be a dream of you becoming the president of Sierra Leone?
If it's a dream?
Yeah.
Well, most of what we do in life actually starts from a dream. You dream about it. I remember when Kennedy said he will land a human being on the moon, everybody said he was dreaming. When I said I will come back to the State House using the ballots, they said, no, you only know bullets. So it's a dream come true.
And with the announcement of the results yesterday, there have been violent incidents, and particularly between the APC headquarters and Junior Bio's residents this morning, and also the Abacha State traders refused to go to their normal work because of fear that the SLPP supporters will do something to them. And the public has been asking that you condemn the act publicly and call for peace and coherence in the country.
Well, before today, I've always said that nobody needs to be afraid of election, and I have warned all supporters, anybody who behaves outside of that prescription is definitely acting against the laws of this country, and the police should not hesitate to take action. The incident involving my nephew's house, of course, should be condemned too, because he lives within a very short distance from the APC party. He's had several attacks on that building. I think that is unnecessary provocation. The elections are over. The results have been announced. We should be one country, one people. We should proceed with life as normal. Attacking anybody is not necessary. It's not going to change the result of this election. So I think this is another opportunity for me to say to everybody that there's no need for violence. There's no need for attacks, even to accost anybody. What we should be paying attention to is how can we come back together, political parties, ethnic groups, regions, especially when we have voted along ethnic and regional lines. That is the daunting task ahead of me, to make sure that I blur the lines between the north and the south, the east and the west, and also the overplaying the ethnic card. I think that those are the difficult challenges that I have to encounter. These are things I have to surmount if we have to live as a unified society, which is very much necessary.
Citizens will be speculating or will be thinking about your 90 days in office. So how will you be like?
I already have that. Normally, you get into office, there are a few things that you should, standard expectation is that within a certain period of time, you should have demonstrated enough goodwill, political goodwill, that you are going to tackle the many challenges that face our country. So I cannot outline my 90 days program here, but I will definitely tell you that after 90 days, you will be able to say that yes, he has done something in the past 90 days.
Thank you very much, sir.
One question. Part of your 90 days plan, being that you have said you will not disclose it to the press here, which is the key among that 90 days plan?
Well, I did say I will hit the ground running. I'm not a stranger in the office of the presidency of this country. So today I started my morning with the day with the secretary to the president. I'm fully briefed as to where I stand and where the nation stands at this moment. I've had a full briefing of the national security architecture of this country, so I know the security situation of the country. I also paid a courtesy call to the president to bid farewell to him, and also to get from him his experiences and whatever he has to tell me as somebody taking over from him. I've also put together the national transition team, which will interface with the current, the remainder of the current government, so that we can amicably take care of the transition which we need. It has to be smooth.
All right, well, probably you might have the opportunity to speak to the camels and in our local language.
Yeah, Sierra Leoneans.
Well, I think me company salon people them. I just want to say the election not for be a stress for we. The election done. Like I've been saying, we not for make violence as part of election. We don't done the election. The National Electoral Commission don't declare the winner me, and I want to say thank you to all, the one that will vote for me and the one that will not vote for me. Now, wait till we get now Mama Salon, and we need to take care of Mama Salon. Me, one not be able to take care of Mama Salon, so I need everybody, irrespective of which part of the country you come on, irrespective of the language we speak, we all for care for Mama Salon, so that instead we able to care for we picking them and we grand picking them. And that's not the promise we have been make, and that promise I go on for keep. So I ask now all APC, NGC, C4C, SRPP, now make Salon a peaceful place and go forward with development when we need most.
Thank you.